Sonic Universe Issue 54, Worlds Collide. Wily complains about the potential of Chaos Devil and Duo destroying the Death Egg. Wily Egg. That's why that name sucks. And Eggman reveals the obnoxious and unnecessary plot point that at this delicate stage, their entire home universes collapse into chaos. Where the fuck did that come from? After Eggman explains why they're naming their weapon that, with X being the crossing of the designs, I really don't like the name of their weapon. It's so hard to say and remember the name of. And after we waste some more time seeing them plot against each other for the Dr. Light attempted murder, when we already know that they're kind of against each other now, we see Sonic briefly fighting Metal Sonic, hating him for being a knockoff, and making a Sonic Heroes reference. What's the point of Eggman making it so that the Genesis wave makes the game's canon when it's the second Genesis wave before the reboot? Like, what's the point of making his previous failures in the games happen in the comic? Wouldn't he just want to create a world where he never made a failure, so that Sonic would have no experience with how to beat him whatsoever, and would be at a huge disadvantage for the crossover? That's another reason the Genesis wave at the beginning sucks. And Mega Man is called a coward for hiding behind a wall from lasers. And he calls Bass a coward because he's not coming behind the wall to fight him. When he shoots at Bass's dog, surprisingly Bass shows a soft side by overprotectively lunging at him for it. Much like how Mega Man is overprotective of his dog. And Sonic gets blasted with a laser, suffering some burns as a result. How long has it been since he's found any rings? It's surprising he's made it this far. Sonic says that since their robot rivals are only built to fight their counterparts, they should swap partners to finish this quick. It's kind of a missed opportunity that Mega Man is fighting Bass here, not Copybot then, because he's even more of a made to fight him. This is the same strategy they're using as in the Evil Twin fights, and Sonic says it works every time, even though it didn't when Scourge invaded Freedom HQ, so I guess he's lying or forgot that. Two of them have a difficult time even hitting their opponents, Sonic because of the robot dog, and Mega Man because of Metal Sonic's speed and Black Shield. Sonic says that they'll team up, with talking being a free action, as they don't get attacked at all while they're having this giant wall of text, or even when they're wasting time playing rock, paper, scissors. And Mega Man opens up with all the weapons he got from Sonic's friends. Why didn't he do that last time, and every other time, since he's so overpowered with all those weapons now? Sonic spin dashes around to be the big distraction for Mega Man. Weird, since Sonic said Mega Man would cover him. Mega Man shoots Metal Sonic, least distracted. Sonic hits Bass, Mega Man hits Treble Clef the dog, and Bass with Psycho Burst. Is it really necessary to see images of the characters he's using the powers of? I know whose powers those are from! Bass gets dropped to the floor from above, and for some reason the Chaos Control was temporary enough to wear off, but thanks to SBO's intangibility, he's led to hit Bass's dogs. Then Mega Man shoots Bass with the acoustic blaster, Sonic kicks him, Mega Man hits him with the hammer while Bass is cursing, and he shoots Metal Sonic with the now golden tornadoes of tails to stun Metal Sonic, as this fight continues dragging out. It's nice that we're seeing every different power. Sonic attacks Metal Sonic, Mega Man punches and is thrown around by the V Maximum Overdrive attack, and he uses his Rapid Stinger against them. There's nothing more boring for me to describe in reviews than silent fight scenes. Is this what the IDW comic is going to be like? There's no dialogue here, there's nothing to really talk about. I could just skip straight to saying Sonic and Mega Man won, and it'd feel like less padding. Sonic attacks Metal Sonic to put him down for the count, and Mega Man says that Bass doesn't have enough power to fuse with Treble, which Flynn wanted him to do, but he was turned down for no reason. Suddenly, the heroes get knocked out by a blast from a giant Eggman robot and wake up in tubes like roboticizers pathetically easily, which seems to completely invalidate their previous victory and make it total padding. Sonic insults Eggman that instead of finishing them off, he kept them alive to gloat. Eggman says that it's worth it to crush his spirits, and he brags that they have all 7 emeralds and just 1 is a supply of limitless energy. Bullshit. If even 1 emerald is infinitely powerful, then why did they need all 7 in the first place? And why did Adam need to get every emerald in the Prime universe? And why was just one emerald not enough for them to do what they're doing here? The two villains briefly high-five before glaring at each other from their earlier fight. Mega Man naturally asks why they need a supercharged Genesis wave, since they can already rewrite their worlds, while not questioning why they're glaring at each other. Wily says that they could only tweak the timelines and bend the rules here and there, as expected to believe that. With this wave, they could reshape their entire universes in every little detail. Bullshit. First of all, the butterfly effect. Even the slightest change could cause an avalanche of changes. Like, you could go back in time, change one thing, and it could lead to Wily and Mega Man and Eggman having their universes perfectly shaped. And if even one emerald has virtually unlimited power, enough to hold up the floating island by itself, then why couldn't their wave just do that in the first place? I was under the impression that it did, and if they could tweak the timelines with one emerald, then my point still stands. They should have been able to make it so the heroes were never born by changing who their parents decided to have kids with. Like that, why can't they just erase living beings? Like, that could be how they could erase living beings. They don't have to write them out of existence directly. These guys are so stupid. Their plan is so stupid. The story ends with both of them at once, since I guess they rehearsed this, saying that they're going to erase the two heroes from all reality. All of reality. And why did they just do that in the first place? Also, are they just referring to Sonic and Mega Man? If so, there'd still be Tails, Knuckles, Amy, the Chaotix, Blaze, and Silver. This issue is by Ian Flynn, and it's about a long and difficult fight. With bass, treble, and metal Sonic that is complete padding because it just gets ended with Mega Man and Sonic being kidnapped. The fight ends in Mega Man using every single weapon he has from Sonic's friends against them, while Sonic simply spin dashes around, being totally upstaged by the crossover character, even though Sonic has been shown to be able to create giant tornadoes with a super speed, which would totally upstage the Tailwind, and should have done that in every single fight with everything. At least the fight was a good source of tension, even though it should have been won easily. But their victories were totally undermined by them being easily captured by Eggman and Wily in the ending. So I feel like it shouldn't have... I mean, I guess it was fun to read, but it was just padding. I could have just skipped straight to they won, and then this happened. And I bet the next issue is going to be so predictable. Gee, I wonder if they'll break out of the things they're trapped in. And it doesn't help when comic space is wasted on the villains literally spelling out what their entire plans are before we see them happen. It's not really keeping me on the edge of my seat when the whole plot is predictable. It was alright, at least. I guess the fight with Bass was cool, but we don't get to see Tails getting first aid for whatever exactly his injuries even were. It's like they forgot he existed. We just end the story with them fighting as if he was never hurt at all. Next up is issue 251 of the crossover.